Hey guys, this is Hein and welcome to the first episode of the sub 50 Megaminx challenge. So this is going to be work a little bit different than my sub 10 second 3x3 challenge because I can't always reconstruct the solves because my camera, for instance, records 30 frames a second and I can do about 4 or 5 turns a second, so it's really hard to see what I did, especially with the 12 sides. So if I were to do a move in the back, it's hard to pick it up in the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my two best solves or three best solves depending on how many I want to show, and then do a walkthrough solve over it. So it won't be a reconstruction, but I'll do the same scramble and do a slow solve to show you guys what I would do if I saw that scramble again. So let's get started. So here are the results, but you may think that something's wrong here because my average of 100 was 53 seconds and I'm technically 55 at this point. And the reason for this is because usually when I practice, I mess around, I don't focus that much, I'm just doing it for fun. But in this series, I actually focus a lot when doing solves, so therefore I get significantly better times. I mean, a 53 average of 100 is mental for me. I mean, I got a 59 average at the previous comp, so it's really impressive to me. And my best time was my PB 46. I've got a PB average of 5, average of 12, average of 25. Everything was just my best. This was truly the best average of 100 I've ever had in my life. And I mean, if I'm averaging 53 now, it won't be that long until I'm sub 50. So yeah, let's go on to the first solve. Yes! Yes, PB, let's go. Hey, yes. So here's the first scramble. So obviously I'm not gonna reconstruct it, I'm gonna do this off as if I were to do it again. So first off I see blue, one to the right, purple can insert here, one to the right, green is here, yellow can also be inserted later, and then red. So this will be a very easy scramble. What I would do is I'll first align the green, insert the blue, and insert the purple, rotate like this so that I can insert both of these quickly, rotate and insert that. And first of all, I see this pair and this pair. I'm first going to do this pair because it's the easiest, so you can just pair them like that. Then I see this pair, which you can pair like this. And then if you remember my sub-1 minute Megaminx video, if you have a pair here, you can insert it like this at the back. So from here on, let's quickly see. Obviously, I'm going to do green next, green and red. So I take it away and insert it at the back. And as you can see, this is why this was such an easy scramble, because all the F to L pieces are right next to each other. So lastly, I'm going to do this pair, and it's going to be a really easy pair to solve because I can just pair them up like this, and then just insert, like that. So the first thing I see is I see this pair, and I think that's going to be an important thing to insert like that. And as you know from my sub 50 Megaminx video, you can insert this piece here without having to insert the cross, because what you can see is if I take this piece here, I can just reverse or sledge it in like that, and then we have that block. So next I'm going to insert this one here, but while I'm doing that, I'm looking at the pieces, and I see this piece, which will be really easily solved because when I take this one all the way here, this one will be paired, so like that. And now, from this angle on, you can just rotate and pair like that. And now from here, this one I'm going to rotate like this because this is a really easy solution. You just take the edge away and then solve. So next I see this pair immediately, and I'm looking for the next pair. It's here, so I'm going to do this pair last. So I can insert this one. And while I did that, I looked at this pair, like that. And now I see this one can be set up. But the problem is when the edge you want to insert, let's say you insert an FTL pair first. It's way better for the edge, the red, like I have to insert a red, to be here instead of here. So I'm gonna pair them like this, but then I'm going to take this one here like that. So that's a bit more tricky, but I mean, it's not that difficult. Insert the last one. And now the first thing I see is this pair, which is great. Because usually most of my solves, I will solve this pair first. So what I do is I do an R2 prime rotate, pair them, insert them like that. And I see this one, and then I see this one. And I think the easiest one to solve would be this one, because you don't have to rotate from this angle. You can just pair it like that. And then last one you have to rotate, pair like that. And now we have edge orientation, and then you have corner orientation, and then edge permutation. This is not a good case. And lastly, corner permutation, like that. So that's the first solve. It took me like 3 seconds to do the CP, or I could have completely been in a game. It's fine, it's fine. So here's my second best solve, and I'm gonna quickly look through the solution because I can't remember the scrambles. So this is a quite, I can work with this, not too bad. What I would do is I would, because if you see here, purple is 2 to the right, blue is 1 to the right, and if you insert green here, it would be 1 to the right. So obviously when we want to take the purple 1 to the right and then just insert green and blue. But while I do that, I also realize purple needs to be inserted here. So what I can do is I can align not the purple, sorry, the yellow, do an F, and then insert all of them like that. And I'll quickly just scan for the last star piece, and then just insert like that. And now, as you remember from my sub 50 Megaminx video, always remember if there is a corner or an edge solved. So obviously I want to do that one first, because there's a really nice solution if you have a corner done, but this pair isn't. So you can just do an R2 if it's on the right side here. R2, U prime, R prime, U, R2 prime. So that's a really nice solution, and that's I look for those solutions a lot. The next one I see is this one, these two, which can be paired like this really easily. The next one I see is this one, which is also easy. And the reason I inserted that one first, because now I only have these two in front of me left. So from this point on, if we can scan, there's not much I can do. I think the only thing I can do is this, and then insert it like that. And then lastly, I have I only need the edge, so I can pair it like that. Next up, we're gonna do, I see this pair immediately, which is handy because I can just insert this one, forget about this star piece, and now insert it. And then this one is really easy, really nice one. You can technically do something like this, but that's a bit risky, so I will just do it the normal way, like that. And then lastly, we have a really nice case. Now we're done with yellow. So if you don't know, I always go white, yellow, blue, red, and then last layer. So next up we see blue here. So you're gonna scan. I mean, I can do this, and then insert the F2 pair. So most of the times I will insert the F2 pair. And as you remember from the previous solve, I said if the star piece or the edge piece, the color you need to insert, for instance here blue, is on this side, then it's easier to insert it on the top side. So instead of doing this to make it the top side, I'm just going to do this so that it's on the front side. So I can just sledge it in like that. And in last case I see is this one, and we can just do something like this. Then I see if when I insert this piece here, this piece is going to be here, and this piece is going to be all the way here. So I insert that into a nice solution like that, and now I see this one. And again, you can technically do an F prime here, but I don't like to take too many risks. So what I would do here is I would just pair it like that, and there you go. And next up I see this pair, but also this pair, because if I were to do this pair, I first have to take it away. But if I were to do this pair, I can just do this and pair at the back, and then just realign. And now next I'm going to do this case. And lastly, we already have the corner solve. So from here, this point on, if you were to sledge, as you could see, it would make a really bad case. So what I would just do here is the beginner's method, like this, so that you don't get the worst edge orientation case. So now it's just corner orientation, edge permutation, and corner permutation. There you go. Those are the two solves. I was going to show a third solve, but the first solve I recorded with a different camera, and for some reason my editing software can't take that file format. So yeah, but these are more than enough. So this series is going to continue like this, where I show my best solves and also not reconstruct them, but example solve them in a way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, learned something new, and I really enjoy these series, and it motivates me a lot to practice because I'm also forced to practice, and it's been a really great series. So thank you guys, great first episode technically. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and peace.